I was supposed to be on a flight to Miami that morning. Instead, I was sitting at the Oakland airport, completely unaware that my gate had changed. Being nearly deaf, I didn't hear the announcement, so I just sat there, waiting, until I finally asked, "Where's my flight?" It took off 10 minutes ago. Panic? Frustration? No, just a deep sigh. But Southwest was amazing. They rerouted me through Chicago, and I'd still make it to Miami just a few hours later. No big deal. While waiting to board, a woman sat next to me, and we started talking. She was headed to Chicago for work. Nothing out of the ordinary, just two strangers passing time in an airport. But something clicked. I saved her a seat on the plane and talked the entire flight. We exchanged emails, and once I got to Miami, we kept talking. A few days later, we met for dinner. That was 11 years ago. We're married now, and next October, we're heading to Morocco for a month. Crazy, right? A missed flight, a gate change, and somehow it led me to the love of my life.
And that is the magic of traveling alone. It opens doors to experiences you'd never expect. One moment, you're missing a flight. The next, you're meeting someone who changes your life forever. So, if you're wondering where to go for your next adventure, here are 30 of the best solo travel destinations you won't want to miss. And one of these destinations is where solo travelers end up staying way longer than planned. Stay tuned. Number 30, Slovenia, the most underrated solo travel destination. Did you know Slovenia is home to an underground concert hall inside a cave? Yeah, Postojna Cave isn't just a tourist attraction. It has an actual auditorium where musicians perform deep beneath the earth. And that's just a taste of how unexpectedly cool this country is. Slovenia is one of those places that somehow flies under the radar, but for solo travelers, that's a huge win. It's ridiculously safe, small enough to explore easily, and packed with jaw-dropping nature. If you love nature, Slovenia will ruin you for other places. The Julian Alps are unreal, and Triglav National Park looks like something straight out of a fantasy book. Even if hiking isn't your thing, the Socha Valley's scenic train rides and the jaw-dropping Shkocjan Caves will keep you busy. The best time to visit is late spring or early fall. Number 29, Vietnam, best budget spot. Did you know Vietnam has a coffee culture so strong they put eggs in it? Yep, egg coffee is a thing, and it's surprisingly good. But that's not the only reason Vietnam is a dream for solo travelers. This country is paradise for budget travelers. Cheap hostels, street food for under $2, and overnight buses that double as a hotel room. You can ride a motorbike through the Ha Giang Loop, cruise through Ha Long Bay, or just eat your way through Hanoi. The best time to visit is from March to April or September to November when the weather is cooler. Number 28. Ireland, best for first-time solo travelers. Ireland has a pub culture so friendly, you'll walk in alone and leave with 5 new friends, whether you plan to or not. It's one of the safest, easiest places to navigate as a solo traveler with English-speaking locals who are always happy to help or chat your ear off. Dublin is great, but the real magic is in the countryside. Think Cliffs of Moher, Giant's Causeway, and castles straight out of a fantasy novel. Visit between May and September for the best weather, but bring a rain jacket no matter what. Fun fact, the Guinness really does taste better in Ireland, and if you try to argue otherwise, prepare for an hour-long debate with a local. Number 27. Portugal, the most underrated solo destination. Portugal is like that quiet friend who turns out to be the most interesting person at the party, and solo travelers are finally catching on. It's got everything: pastel-colored cities like Lisbon and Porto, storybook castles in Sintra, and beaches in the Algarve that look like they were plucked from a postcard. You can sip wine in the Douro Valley, ride old-school trams through Lisbon's hills, or surf world-class waves in Ericeira. Portugal is super safe, easy to navigate, and surprisingly affordable for Western Europe. Visit from April to October, but if you want fewer crowds and golden sunsets, aim for late spring or early fall. Number 26. Japan, best for first-time solo travelers. Ever heard of Japan's capsule hotels? Tiny, futuristic sleeping pods that make solo travel feel like you're stepping into the future. And that's just one of the reasons Japan is a solo traveler's paradise. It's safe, efficient, and packed with things to do, even if you don't speak a word of Japanese. Tokyo is a dream for solo explorers. You can wander through neon-lit streets, slurp ramen at hidden alleyway shops, and spend hours in quirky cafes without anyone batting an eye. If you prefer nature, Kyoto's bamboo groves and Nara's friendly deer will steal your heart. And don't miss Mount Fuji. Whether you hike it or admire it from Hakone's hot springs or the peaceful Fuji 5 Lakes, it's a view that stays with you. For something truly different, spend a night at a mountaintop temple in Mount Koya. The best time to visit is spring for cherry blossoms, or fall for colorful leaves. Number 25. Thailand, best for nightlife and solo adventures. Thailand is a solo traveler's playground, And it's not just about Bangkok's nightlife. Start in the capital, where you can feast on $1 street food and later sip a $15 cocktail on a rooftop overlooking the buzzing cityscape. Khao San Road is famous for its backpacker energy, but if you're after something more laid back, head to Thonglor's trendy bars or iconic spots like Vertigo Rooftop. Spend a morning drifting through Damnoen Saduak or Amphawa Floating Market, where vendors sell fresh fruits, sizzling noodles, and colorful souvenirs from their boats. It's one of the most atmospheric ways to experience local life, and yes, you'll eat way too much. Up north, Chiang Mai offers a totally different vibe. Think ancient temples, jungle treks, and night markets perfect for solo wandering. You can even chat with monks or hop on a scooter to explore the nearby mountains. Then, when you're ready to trade city lights for sunsets, the southern islands are waiting. Whether it's the party scene of Koh Phi Phi, the relaxed charm of Koh Lanta, or the upscale beach clubs in Phuket, the coastlines are just as unforgettable. And yes, those beach parties under the stars, as wild or as chill as you want them to be. The best time to visit is from November to February, when the weather is cooler and dry. Oh, and if someone tells you the temple is closed today, classic scam. Smile and keep walking. Number 24. Namibia, best for nature lovers. Imagine standing at the edge of a towering red sand dune, watching the sunrise paint the desert in gold and orange. That's Namibia, otherworldly, wild, and perfect for solo travelers who love nature. It's one of the safest countries in Africa, and while distances are huge, the roads are surprisingly easy to navigate. Sossusvlei's dunes are a must-see, but don't stop there. Etosha National Park is one of the best places to see wildlife without the crazy safari prices. Elephants and giraffes gather around a waterhole while you watch from a safe distance. For something surreal, check out Kolmanskop, an abandoned town being swallowed by sand. The best time to visit is May to October for cooler weather and better wildlife sightings. Number 23. New Zealand, best for adventure seekers. New Zealand is perfect for solo travelers who love the outdoors. It's safe, easy to get around, and filled with stunning landscapes that look straight out of a movie, because, well, Lord of the Rings was filmed here. If you like road trips, rent a camper van and drive through the South Island. You'll see lakes so blue they look fake and mountains that feel unreal. Queenstown is the go-to spot for bungee jumping, skydiving, and jet boating, while Hobbiton is a must for movie fans. If you prefer something more relaxed, Rotorua has hot springs, Maori culture, and some of the best stargazing spots in the country. The best time to visit is November to April for warm weather, but winter, June-August, is great if you love skiing. Number 22. Iceland, best for solo road trips. Iceland is one of the safest places in the world, which makes it perfect for solo travelers. It's also insanely beautiful. Think black sand beaches, steaming hot springs, and waterfalls everywhere you look. The best way to see it all is to rent a car and drive the ring road. You'll pass glaciers, volcanoes, and tiny fishing villages that feel straight out of a storybook. For something extra special, visit between September and March for a chance to see the Northern Lights. Summer is great too, with nearly 24 hours of daylight. And if you love hot springs but don't want to pay for the Blue Lagoon, check out the Secret Lagoon. It's cheaper and way less crowded. Number 21. Cyprus, most underrated beach destination. Cyprus doesn't get as much attention as other Mediterranean spots, but it should. The beaches are stunning, the food is amazing, and it's one of the easiest places in Europe to travel solo. People are friendly, English is widely spoken, and there's a mix of history and nightlife that keeps things interesting. For the best beaches, head to Ayia Napa or Nisi Beach. If you love history, check out the ancient ruins of Kurion. And if you just want a slow, relaxing trip, Paphos is perfect for solo travelers who love cafes, coastal walks, and quiet beaches. The best time to visit is April to June or September to October for warm weather without the summer crowds. Number 20, Netherlands, best for first-time solo travelers. If you want a solo trip where getting lost feels like a fairy tale, the Netherlands is for you. Amsterdam's canals, charming streets, and bike-friendly setup make it a dream to explore alone. There are more bikes than people here, so if you're walking, always check twice before crossing, because Dutch cyclists do not stop. Beyond Amsterdam, cities like Utrecht and Rotterdam have a more local feel and are just as solo-friendly. Visit between April and October for the best weather, and if you time it right, you'll catch the tulip fields in full bloom. Hostels and cafes are super social, so you'll never really feel alone. Just don't try to walk in the bike lane. Locals will not hold back on ringing their bells at you like it's a national sport. Number 19, Italy, best for food-loving solo travelers. If you love good food, Italy will ruin every other country for you. Fresh pasta, wood-fired pizza, creamy gelato, you could spend an entire trip just eating and call it a success. And the best part? No one cares if you're dining alone. In Italy, food is meant to be enjoyed, whether you're with friends or savoring a plate of carbonara by yourself. Rome is a history lover's dream. Florence is like walking through a Renaissance painting. And Venice? Perfect for getting lost in charming alleyways and stumbling into hidden cafes. But if you want fewer crowds and even better food, Bologna is the place to go. It's the birthplace of Bolognese sauce, which locals call ragu, and the fresh pasta here is unreal. Similarly, you can head to Sicily, think seafood by the coast, vibrant street markets, and cannoli so good you'll want to book another trip immediately. The best time to visit is spring or fall, when the weather is perfect and the crowds are manageable. Number 18, South Korea, best for solo travelers who love cities. South Korea is made for solo travelers. It's safe, public transport is fast, and eating alone is completely normal. There are even restaurants designed for it. Seoul is non-stop energy. 1 minute you're in a high-tech shopping mall, the next you're walking through a 600-year-old palace. Street food is a must. Tteokbokki, spicy rice cakes, and hotteok, sweet pancakes, are perfect solo eats. If you need a break from the city, Jeju Island has beaches, waterfalls, and hiking trails that feel like a different world. Best time to visit is spring for cherry blossoms, fall for cool weather, and autumn leaves. Taxis can be tricky if you don't speak Korean, so use public transport or download a translation app. Number 17, Malta, most underrated solo destination. Malta is like Italy and North Africa had a baby. Stunning beaches, medieval towns, and a history that goes back over 7,000 years. This tiny island has been ruled by almost every major empire, from the Romans to the British, so the architecture is a wild mix of styles. It's safe, compact, and easy to explore solo. Just hop on a ferry and you're in a new town. Visit from April to June or September to October to avoid peak summer crowds. The capital, Valletta, is stunning, but don't skip Gozo and Camino for the clearest blue waters you've ever seen. Public buses are cheap, but don't always run on time. If you're in a hurry, a Bolt, Malta's version of Uber, is your best bet. Oh, and prepare for serious seafood cravings. Maltese food is criminally underrated. Number 16. Bali, Indonesia. Best budget spot. Bali is one of the best places for solo travelers on a budget. You can stay in beautiful guest houses, eat amazing food, and even take yoga classes without spending much. Ubud is the go-to spot for rice terraces, temples, and yoga retreats, while Canggu is perfect if you love beaches and trendy cafes. But if you want something quieter, head to Nusa Penida or Uluwatu for incredible ocean views. The best time to visit is April to October for the dry season. Number 15. Costa Rica. Best for wildlife and adventure. Costa Rica is a dream for solo travelers who love nature. It's safe, packed with adventure, and has some of the best eco-lodges in the world. You can zipline through the Monteverde Cloud Forest, spot sloths in Manuel Antonio National Park, or surf in Tamarindo. And if you just want to relax, the hot springs near Arenal Volcano are perfect. Steaming pools surrounded by jungle, with the volcano towering in the background. The best time to visit is December to April during the dry season, when wildlife is easiest to spot and outdoor adventures are in full swing. Public buses are cheap and reliable, but some remote areas have limited transport. Plan ahead or consider renting a car for more flexibility. Number 14. Copenhagen, Denmark. Best for solo travel vibes. Copenhagen is one of those places that makes you feel like you've stepped into a Pinterest board. Clean streets, cute cafes, and more bikes than cars. Denmark consistently ranks as one of the happiest countries in the world, and after a few days here, you'll see why. The city is safe, walkable, and perfect for solo travelers who want to wander aimlessly without stress. You can explore Neham's colorful harbor, cycle through the streets like a local, or check out Freetown Christiania, a quirky, self-proclaimed anarchist neighborhood. The best time to visit is May to September for decent weather, unless you love freezing in the name of adventure. Danish people keep to themselves, so if you're introverted, you won't have to force small talk. But if you do strike up a conversation, they're super friendly. Number 13, Montreal, Canada. Best for food-loving solo travelers. If Paris and New York had a chill, artsy baby, it would be Montreal. It's a solo traveler's dream, safe, easy to explore, and packed with things to do. A fun fact is that Montreal has the highest number of restaurants per capita in Canada, so if you come here on a diet, good luck. Start with a bagel war, Montreal versus New York style, locals have strong opinions. Try poutine and eat your way through the city's famous food markets. Beyond that, you've got cobblestone streets in Old Montreal, stunning hikes on Mont Royal, and a music scene that's buzzing year-round. The best time to visit is summer, hands down. The city turns into one big festival. But if you love winter wonderlands, visiting in December will make you feel like you're in a Christmas movie. Just bring a solid coat because Montreal cold is no joke. Number 12, Oaxaca, Mexico, most underrated. Oaxaca is Mexico's best-kept secret, unless you talk to a foodie, in which case they'll rave about it non-stop. This is the birthplace of mole, mezcal, and some of the best street food you'll ever have. It's also a solo traveler's paradise, affordable, walkable, and full of welcoming locals. A fun fact is Oaxaca is home to one of the most unique festivals in the world, La Noche de Rabanos, the Night of the Radishes, where artists carve insanely detailed sculptures out of giant radishes. The best time to visit is October to April for perfect weather, but if you want to experience the magic of Dia de los Muertos, come in early November. For an even more immersive experience, take a cooking class. You'll learn how to make mole from scratch and meet fellow travelers in the process. Number 11. Croatia, best for island hopping adventures. Croatia is like a cheat code for solo travel. It's stunning, safe, and packed with things to do. Fun fact, Dubrovnik's old town is so picture-perfect, it doubled as King's Landing in Game of Thrones. Beyond its medieval streets, Croatia is all about island hopping. Take a ferry to Var for beach parties, explore Korčula for laid-back vibes, or swim in the unreal blue waters of Vis. The best time to visit is May to September, but if you hate crowds, aim for late spring or early fall. It's an easy country to navigate, and hostels here are super social, so you'll make friends in no time. Just note, while it's more affordable than Western Europe, prices spike in peak summer. Also, prepare for stairs. Lots of them. If you're staying in Dubrovnik, your legs will get a full workout whether you planned for it or not. Number 10. Chile, best for nature lovers. Chile is one long, skinny masterpiece of a country, stretching from the driest desert on Earth to glaciers straight out of Frozen. The Atacama Desert is so Mars-like that NASA tests rovers there. But the real magic for solo travelers is Patagonia. If you love hiking, Torres del Paine will ruin all other trails for you. Beyond nature, Santiago is a great city for solo explorers, and Valparaiso's colorful street art makes it a photographer's dream. The best time to visit depends on where you're going. Patagonia is best from November to March, while the north is good year-round. Chile is one of the safest countries in South America, but always keep an eye on your stuff in big cities. Also, bring layers. The weather here has mood swings, and you don't want to be caught off guard in a Patagonia windstorm. Number 9. Ecuador, best budget spot. Did you know Ecuador uses the US dollar? Yep, no currency exchange headaches here. This country is a dream for solo travelers on a budget. You get stunning beaches, the Amazon rainforest, and the Andes, all without wrecking your wallet. Hostels are cheap, food is ridiculously affordable. Street empanadas for $1? Yes, please. And public transport is easy to navigate. You can wander through Quito's colonial streets, hike to the turquoise Quilotoa Lagoon, or spot blue-footed boobies in the Galapagos. Yes, that's a real bird. The best time to visit is June to September for dry, sunny weather. Number 8. Albania. Most underrated. Albania is Europe's hidden gem. It has crystal clear beaches, stunning mountains, and the friendliest locals. Seriously, people here will invite you for coffee just to chat. Tirana is a lively capital, but the real magic is along the Riviera. Ksamil's beaches? Straight up paradise. Oh, and the food. Think Mediterranean flavors without the tourist prices. Visit from May to October for beach weather. Solo travel tip: buses don't always run on schedule, so go with the flow. And if someone offers you rakia, local liquor, prepare to feel the burn. Number 7. Switzerland, best for scenic solo adventures. Switzerland is a solo traveler's dream, easy to navigate, ultra-safe, and packed with jaw-dropping landscapes, snowy peaks, turquoise lakes, and some of the world's most scenic train rides. This place is pure adventure. Zurich and Geneva, great for a quick stop. But if you're traveling solo, head straight for the mountains. Lauterbrunnen, Zermatt, and Interlaken are where Switzerland truly shines. Whether you're hiking, taking a cable car up to Jungfraujoch, or just soaking in the views, you'll never run out of things to do. Best time to visit is summer, June to September for hiking, and winter, December to March, for skiing. Solo travel tip: Switzerland is expensive, but you can save big by grabbing fresh meals from Coop or Migros instead of eating out. And instead of the pricey scenic trains, take regular Swiss rail routes. Same views, way cheaper. Number 6. Egypt. Best for history lovers. Did you know the pyramids of Giza were the tallest man-made structures for over 3,800 years? That's older than most of the world's history combined. Originally, they were covered in smooth white limestone, reflecting the sun so brightly that they could be seen from miles away. And if that's not impressive enough, the precision of their construction is still a mystery. Some of the stones weigh over 80 tons, yet they were placed with near-perfect accuracy long before modern engineering existed. Egypt is a solo traveler's dream if you love ancient ruins, bustling markets, and boat rides down the Nile. Cairo is chaotic but full of life, where the call to prayer echoes over the city as locals sip tea in street-side cafes. Luxor feels like an open-air museum, with ancient temples and tombs that make history feel almost tangible. And the beaches in Dahab? Unreal. It's best to visit from October to April when it's not scorching hot. Solo travel tip: skip the touristy camel rides at the pyramids. Most are overpriced. Instead, take a sunrise hot air balloon ride over Luxor. Number 5. Masai Mara, Kenya, best for nature lovers. If you've ever dreamed of seeing lions, elephants, and giraffes up close, Masai Mara needs to be on your list. This Kenyan gem is home to the Great Migration, where millions of wildebeest and zebras thunder across crocodile-infested rivers, a brutal yet breathtaking spectacle of survival. Safaris here are solo travel friendly, since you'll join a group tour, making it easy to meet people. Each Land Cruiser carries 8 people, including the driver, so you'll have plenty of opportunities to connect with fellow travelers while spotting wildlife. Beyond the safaris, a visit to a Maasai village offers a fascinating glimpse into local culture. You'll see how Maasai women build their homes, called manyatas, using a mix of cow dung, mud, and sticks, a skill passed down for generations. And don't be surprised if the villagers invite you to join in their traditional jumping dance, a high-energy performance that's a core part of their celebrations. The best time to visit is July to October for peak migration season, when the savanna is alive with movement. Number 4. Colombia. Best for nightlife. Colombia is the kind of place where a casual night out turns into an all-night dance party, whether you planned for it or not. Music is the heartbeat of this country, with over 1,000 unique rhythms, from salsa and cumbia to reggaeton and vallenato. No matter where you go, there's a good chance someone will pull you onto the dance floor. Medellin is a solo traveler hotspot, Bogotá has an artsy edge, and Cartagena's colorful streets are straight out of a postcard. Each city has its own unique energy, so you'll never run out of places to explore. Plus, the coffee, life-changing. Despite old stereotypes, Colombia is much safer now. Just stick to well-traveled areas. Locals are incredibly warm and welcoming, and many travelers end up extending their stay because of the vibe. Visit between December and March for the best weather. Solo travel tip: brush up on a few salsa moves before you go. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Number 3, Dominican Republic. Best for beach lovers. If turquoise waters, white sand beaches, and tropical vibes are your thing, the Dominican Republic is calling. This Caribbean gem is home to Punta Cana's luxury resorts, Samana's hidden beaches, and Santo Domingo's colonial charm. For solo travelers, Las Terrenas is a great spot, laid back, scenic, and full of friendly locals. If you're into adventure, hike to Salto El Limón, a breathtaking waterfall hidden in the jungle, or go whale watching in Samana Bay. The best time to visit is December to April, when the weather is warm but not too humid. Solo travel tip: public transportation is cheap, but motorbike taxis are everywhere. Just negotiate the price before hopping on. Number 2. Sri Lanka. Most underrated. Sri Lanka is like a mini version of an entire continent. Beaches, mountains, tea plantations, and ancient temples all packed into one country. One day you could be hiking to a misty viewpoint, and the next you're sipping coconut water on a golden beach. The landscapes shift so dramatically that it feels like you're traveling through multiple countries in just one trip. You can ride a scenic train through the hills of Ella, spot wild elephants in a national park, or surf in Arugam Bay. The famous Blue Train ride from Kandy to Ella is often called one of the most beautiful train journeys in the world, winding through lush tea plantations and misty mountain passes. If you're into wildlife, Yala National Park offers some of the best leopard sightings on the planet. The best time to visit depends on where you're going, but December to April is great for most of the country. The southern and western coasts are best during this time, while the east coast shines from May to September. Solo travel tip: tuk-tuk drivers love a good negotiation. Always haggle for a better price, but do it with a smile. A little humor goes a long way, and you might end up with a local friend in the process. Number 1. Austria, the ultimate solo travel destination. Austria is a dream for solo travelers, safe, easy to explore, and packed with history, music, and stunning landscapes. Whether you're wandering through Vienna's grand streets, hiking in the Alps, or sipping coffee in a centuries-old cafe, this country makes solo travel feel effortless. A fun fact, Vienna has the oldest coffeehouse culture in the world. Some cafes have been serving since the 1600s, and they're still the perfect place to sit alone and watch the world go by. Austria is incredibly well connected by trains, so getting around is a breeze. Start in Vienna for imperial palaces and live classical music. Then head to Salzburg, the birthplace of Mozart, where you can explore Baroque architecture and lively beer halls. If you love nature, Hallstatt and the Austrian Alps offer unreal mountain views, crystal clear lakes, and hiking trails that make solo travel feel like pure freedom. The best time to visit is spring and fall for mild weather and fewer crowds. But if you love winter, Austria has some of the best Christmas markets and ski resorts in the world. And just like that, we've hit 30 epic solo travel destinations. Now, the real question is, which one is calling your name? Are you picturing yourself tracking lions in the Masai Mara or riding a scenic train through Sri Lanka's hills? Maybe Colombia's nightlife is more your vibe. Drop your top pick in the comments. I want to see which destination steals the crown. Oh, and if you've had a wild, hilarious, or even slightly terrifying solo travel moment, spill the tea below. Lost in Tokyo? Mistook a hostel for someone's actual home? We've all been there, and I need to hear your best stories. If this video got you hyped for your next adventure, or at least made your bucket list a little longer, hit that like button so I know you're loving this content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, join this community of travel-obsessed souls who just get it. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.